going on, everybody? It's your boy Chris, coming at you for another Dueling Bros video, and today I am bringing you some Lorcana gameplay to match this Lorcana deck breakdown that I got right here, okay? So I decided to try out green purple for today. I got plenty of decks coming. I think I got about 3 other ones that I'm going to do. I just decided to do this one first. So I'm really excited. It's time to get back into the swing of things and start dropping this content for you guys. Um, there's no reason for me not to be doing Pixelborn games along with these deck breakdowns. It's just so easy. It's very easy to get the decks into the Pixelborn and then try them out very, very fast. So that's what's going to happen after I go through this deck breakdown. I will have the Dreamborn link down below. After I post a video on a deck, I will make it public on Dreamborn going forward. So that's about it. Yeah, so let's have some fun, get into this deck breakdown, and let's see some gameplay later. Let's get it. Okay, now to start off, Chernobog's followers. Okay, so we start out with 2 of those. So I had 3 in the beginning. I like them, but I don't think that they're necessarily essential, like at like a 4 or even a 3 of, because I really just want to see it in the starting hand, otherwise like a potential draw card to help fix my starting hand, or it's just ink. On very rare occasions is there other uses for the Chernobog's followers other than those 2 things. But I do like Chernobog's followers. I do feel like it is one of the better 1-drops now in the game right now. Just for this deck though, I don't think more than 2 is really needed. You could rock 3 if you wanted to. It wouldn't hurt you, but I think 2 is a good number. And then we got Rafiki. Okay, the new 1-drop Rafiki is very good. Okay, I would kind of equate it to Captain Hook and Steel. Okay, you know it does 3 when it challenges. It does 0 when it doesn't challenge. So it kind of is a little bit worse than that Captain Hook. But seeing how that was something purple was missing, was like a good damaging 1-drop that could trade up into a 3 health character, and now they have it. It can quest. It's really good, and its power doesn't take any damage when you challenge a hyena. But I haven't really seen personally a lot of hyenas in play, so I haven't really seen that come into contact. But what I will say is, when you do the crab plus hyena and you trade into a location, and that's 6 damage into a location, I mean that feels so good. It is such a good feeling when you do something like that, okay? Or when you even trade like a Rafiki into a beast or something that they were not expecting a Rafiki to do 6 damage. It is really it really is a really good card when you combo it with Crab, and then when you just think about how many good cards there are right now with 3 health. Okay, Rafiki rant done. Only 3 of though. You don't want to draw them all the time. You just want to make sure you start with 1 early on somewhat. Okay, and then if you get a second one, that's great. Do you want to see 3? Probably not. I probably would want to see a max 2 in a game. So then we got Chernobog's followers. Okay, I mean not followers. Look at the wrong card. We got Cursed Merfolk. Okay, we got 4 Cursed Merfolk. That card I feel like is almost near self-explanatory. Quest for 2, 0 attack, 1 health, and when it gets challenged, your opponent has to discard a card, and banished, your opponent has to discard a card. That's so good. Okay, as a 1-drop, good Lord have mercy. Okay, so that sums up 9 1-drops. Okay, that Cursed Merfolk is so good at helping you set the pace and then keep the pace going. Okay, because at any point you could just draw that, and that's like 2 quest or 2 lore right there with the 1-drop, bam, and then they got to discard a card. So it is it's just a really good card, and I think you guys will feel the same way if you test the deck out. And so then we got 2 Madam Mim. Okay, we got 2 of them. I went up to 3. I felt like I drew it too often for what I was really trying to do with this deck. So I went back down to 2, and I really liked it. I really liked it. Because we are featuring Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, we don't necessarily need as many of the 2-drop Madam Mims as you would if you weren't featuring the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. So I think in deck lists with no Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, that's just fun to say over and over again, by the way. But yeah, without Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, more snake, maybe go up to 3 snakes. But with Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, not needing the snakes, to be honest, because we got plenty of bounce. Now, onto the 2-drop Flynn Rider, okay, it pairs well with the Cursed Merfolk, okay? If you think the Cursed Merfolk is good, then you're going to think the Flynn Rider is good because he can be inked, quest for 2, and same shenanigans there. Whenever he's challenged, your opponent has to banish, your opponent has to discard a card in their hand. So it's very, very good, and it has 1 attack, 2 health, so slightly better. It does 1 damage better. But as far as card in total, it's not as good as Merfolk because Merfolk, you start off, you play turn 1. But Flynn Rider goes perfect in this deck. It helps you keep the tempo going with the Merfolk. Alright, so now we move on to the 2-drop Ursula. The 2-drop Ursula is probably one of the best 2-drops they printed in this set, if not period, in this game. Okay, you get to reveal your opponent's hand, and you get to discard a song of your choice from their hand. That is crazy for a 2-drop. Only has 1 attack and has 3 health, but this is like a setup for later type card, okay? And then if you're already tempoing and like ramping up like you should be with this deck, she's perfect because she could stop your opponent in the mirror from like friends on the other side, get rid of Mother Knows Best, get rid of Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, get rid of Grab Your Swords and other matchups, get rid of Be Prepared. There's so many good songs being played right now that Ursula, the 2-drop, is just, if you're playing green and you're not running 4 at 3 minimum, but probably should just be running 4 of this 2-drop Ursula. I don't know what you're thinking, okay? Now let's go to the Madam Mim, okay? The 3-drop Madam Mim, okay? We got 4 of the Fox, okay? The Fox is so good. Rush, 4 attack, 3 health. You just have to bounce a card back to your hand, or she gets banished when you play her. She gets to quest for 1. Oftentimes she doesn't get to quest, because she's too busy trading up on like a card or something like that. But man, she is just so good. 4 damage, especially in the location era. You know, with so many 3 health characters going around right now, this card just went up in value. I think it only got better from set 2 to set 3. I mean, there's really not much more to say. You know, you can play a Cursed Merfolk, you can quest with it, and if you're like, you know what, I don't want this to get destroyed next turn, you can bounce that Madam Mim back into your hand. If you have enough lore or ink, you can play it. You know, there's so much going on with this Fox. It's good. It's just too good. I love that card. And then now we got the Crab. Now I think the Crab, not as good in set 2, way better in set 3 because of locations and like the card like Rafiki, like I mentioned earlier. You know, if you play the Crab and then with Rafiki and Rafiki challenges, that's like +6. That is crazy, okay? And then, needless to say, if like you Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo a Crab, and that's Boo Boo, you know, it's 2 different characters you can get +3, or 1 character +6. It is so crazy, okay? I really like this Crab. I originally had it at 2 in this deck over 3 Churnerbog's followers, but I henceforth went with 3 Crabs and 2 Churnerbog's followers because I was just finding that the Crab, it gets way more use than the Churnerbog's followers mid game. And so, like I was saying earlier, if you don't start with the Churnerbog's followers, it just when you draw it mid game, it's just kind of like, it's not a bad draw. There could be a better draw. Hence, I put the Crab in. Okay, and now we get Kit Cloud Kicker. I love Kit Cloud Kicker, okay? Now, full disclosure, at least in person, Red Purple is still the highest played deck, and it is so annoying. It is what it is, though. This isn't a Red Purple rant video. It's just so, when you go against Red Purple with Kit Cloud Kicker, just know that it's probably not going to get a lot of use. But in pretty much every other matchup, Kit Cloud Kicker is so good. Okay, there are so many good cards out there that have 2 attack or less, especially at the 3-drop or even 4 and sometimes 5-drop status. Okay, there are lots and lots of good cards out there with only 2 attack or less that have great effects that you want to bounce back to your opponent's hands and really set them back 1 turn. Because like I'm telling you, this deck is so fast, even setting your opponent back 1 turn will do you so much. Okay. It's not permanent removal, so you know, pick your poison. You gotta pick your target wisely because they probably will get played on the field again or inked or something like that. But so it's not with the bounce mechanic. It's not as easy as just straight removing stuff. You really have to pick your targets. But if you're ahead, then there's really no issue, and the bounce really creates a gap. It just creates a further gap between you and your opponent. So then we get the 3-drop Ursula. Okay, this card right here, arguably the best card in the set that they printed. It's the most expensive card I think in the set that they've printed right now, at like $40. It's crazy. 3 attack or 3 health, 2 attack, and when you sing a song with this character, you can sing it again and from your discard pile and put the song at the bottom of your deck. This card is so good. Okay, it's paired well with steel. It's paired well with purple. It's good in its own color. This card is just good. Okay, if you're playing green and you don't have this card, I think you're shooting yourself in the foot. And I understand it's an expensive card, but sometimes we have to make sacrifices. I like to play steel, and the beast is $50. It is what it is. Robin Hood is $35. So I understand the woes of expensive cards in a deck. Okay, sorry about that. The pooper scooper guide for the dog pooper scooper guide came. My dogs were going nuts in the backyard. Okay, so we just got off of Ursula. Alright, so now we are on to Merlin the goat. Okay, so the goat is so good. Okay, the goat has so many good combo points with like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. You got the Madam Mams in there, and just gain that lore as soon as he enters and leaves. Enters and leaves. There's just so many good things about the goat with this deck. If you were to play Merlin right after you played Ursula, and then you sing Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo with the goat, that is like 5 lore right there. Bam, boo 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 boom. That's 5 lore. You play the goat plus 2 Bibbidi Bobbidi Boos. That is 5 lore with on turn 4, right? So that is crazy. That is a turn 4 play that can happen and does happen more than you think with 3 Bibbidi Bobbidi Boos, 4 Ursulas, and 4 goats. Or you could save that combo to end the game. Okay, it is just a great quick boom. I got 5 lore. What you gonna do about it? Okay, so good. It could be a kill shot. It could be a intimidation factor at the beginning of the game to maybe get your opponent to maybe do some things they normally wouldn't because you've just gained 5 lore in one turn. It's a very intimidating play. Very good card in the deck. Very good card in general. We all knew that from set 2. Going into set 3, like the Madam M Fox, I think it just gets better. Now we got the rabbit. Okay, I love the rabbit. I see a lot of lists running less than 4 of the rabbit, but I love the rabbit. The rabbit pairs well with Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, and I just really like the rabbit. It's more draw. I think I've seen a lot of decks. We're having trouble with draw, and that can be a case with this deck because of the draw power in this deck does require combos a lot to get the sufficient draw going. But really, honestly, if you get one Ursula with friends on the other side, you're good for a while for like the whole game. And then you get and I think you got to max the Queen's Castle and you got to max the Rabbit Merlin in order to really hold the consistency with the draw and add that consistency to this deck that you really want to see. Okay, no 5 drops. Skipping straight to the 6 drops where we got Yzma. Okay, Yzma is so good. Okay, I think I have a game where I bibbidi bobbidi boo a Yzma, so I could go from like I played the Yzma and then got 2 cards right, and then I bibbidi bobbidi booed the same Yzma, and then got 4 more cards. So I went from like a 1 card hand to a 7 card hand, and that is so devastating. Yzma can really create a lot of different lines for you, especially if you're ahead and like both you and your opponent have exhausted your hands, and but you're ahead in like 3 or 4 lore, and they only have 1 card in hand. Maybe they have like one or 2 cards in the arena. If you mess around and play a Yzma, and then you bibbidi bobbidi boo your own Yzma with like a Ursula, and then you draw like 4 more cards or like another 4 cards, like 6 cards roll. That is so crazy. It feels so devastating for your opponent because a lot of times when you're going with an aggro deck, you will notice that they'll quit inking after a while because it's not necessary for them to ink because really they only have like a low stat line where you're only really using like 3 4 lore or 3 4 ink at a turn or 5 or 6 ink, so you may not see them go up to 7 8 9 10 ink. Well, that just things like that will cause a very huge deficit whenever later if your opponent is able to refill their hand and you say you only have 5 ink. They have 9 ink. That's scary, right? So, um, just got to be careful about not inking sometimes. And I think you get into a false sense of hope with the not inking when you don't have enough draw because you think, well, I'm going to finish this off. And then next thing you know, your opponent prolongs the game a little bit longer than you thought. You run short and then you lose. So that's just why I have so many draw options in this deck, and I couldn't even think of getting rid of one Merlin, rabbit, or even one Queen's Castle. I see some people only running 3 Queen's Castle. That's kind of silly as well. Okay, and that is also why I think I see some Yzma lists, and I think you gotta have Yzma in there. So that's my Yzma rant. Yzma's so good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. At set 2, at first I was not a Yzma follower, but here we are, and she's one of my favorite cards. So now we got the Genie, okay? The Genie going all the way back to the first set, all right? I really like to see that we're bringing cards back in from the first set as well. Characters, at least. Friends has always been used. A Genie bounces a card whenever he's played back to your opponent's hand. He quests for 2. He's evasive. He's evasive. That really gets people some games. Having that evasive character really gets people some games. And yeah, he's just a really good card. Another good card to bounce back to your hand and quest for 2 to keep that tempo going. And then we got Friends on the other side. It's a song. 3 drop, draw 2 cards. We got 4 of them. That's about that. Oh, and we got 2 Genies. My bad. 2 Genies and we got 2 Yzmas. I think I forgot to mention that. And we got 3 Bibbidi Bobbidi Boos because just so many good cards that we could use to bounce with. And yeah, and there's just so many good combos. I honestly, Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo could have probably an hour-long video just on all of its interactions with cards right now. It is crazy. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo is so good. Okay, and then we got Mother Knows Best. Much simpler than Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. You just bounce your opponent's hand, card back to their hand character. And with Ursula, that could be 2 cards. So, bouncing 2 cards back to your opponent's hand with Ursula on turn 4 is pretty devastating for your opponent. And then, of course, we got the Queen's Castle. Okay, it's a 4-drop. It has 7 health. It takes 1 ink to move a character there. You get to draw a card at the beginning of your turn for every character at that location. Okay, and it quests for 2. It's a very, very good location to help with draw power, lore, just all of the above. I think it's the best location they created for this set. And that wraps up the deck breakdown, everybody. Okay, we got our strengths and weaknesses. On this side, using the wrong hand. Okay, and the strength is it discards your opponent. It has the option to discard cards in your opponent's hand with the Merfolk, the Flynn Rider, things of that nature, right? And then it's a very, very fast. It's very fun to play with all the bounties. I promise, it's fun. It's very, very fun to play. And you get to disrupt your opponent with the bounce mechanic. That's a very, very fun thing to play with. And then the weaknesses is its draw power does require some combos. So the skill cap on it is a little bit higher there if you want to get the consistency. That is why I have as many draw cards as I do in this deck. All the characters have relatively low health. They can all be got by and then along came Zeus. So you do have to be careful of steel. Like I said at the beginning of the video, anything with steel really has all the tools to take care of this. And then there's no true removal. Bounce isn't a true removal. They can replay their characters if they want to. So that is a little bit of concern, but if you're trying to win very fast, that's when it doesn't really matter because you're trying to go too fast for them. And so then the ink. We got 16 uninkables, pretty high, but I think it works pretty well because you have so many low drops in this deck. And then we got 44 inkables, okay? And then I went over the potential matchup weaknesses as Ruby Amethyst, Amethyst Steel, and Emerald Steel. Anything that you're going against that has steel in it with this type of deck, you do need to be cautious because things like Fire the Cannon, Smash, Grab Your Sword, it's just very, very strong against this deck. That was the deck breakdown portion, guys. Thank you for watching. Let's get into the gameplay. Let's get it. Alright, so we're gonna get steel blue. This is a super fast deck. I don't really have the combo piece I need. So I'm probably going to get rid of that and leave that. Alright. Because I'm going first, so I can really put the pressure on. I think I'll just ink Turnibox followers. And then I play Cursed Merfolk. Pass. So I think blue steel is probably pretty slow. Yeah, it seems like I'm imagining correctly. So I'll ink the Madam and Fox, go for the Cursed Merfolk, quest for 2, and pass. We're going to try to go very, very fast. Probably going to ink this, to play this, and probably play this on turn 4. That way we have a little bit of diversity, because we don't want just a grab your swords to completely wreck our field when it comes to turn 5, even though we did go first. Grammatala. Grammatala. This deck is, is a fun deck to play. Maybe we keep that. Quest. What am I doing here? Draw 2 cards. You already inked, you silly goosehead. And pass. Oof. That is devastating for our opponent. So, we kind of got a lot of our draw right now. We didn't really get the Ursula package that we were looking for with the friends on the other side, but we did end up getting the Queen's Castle. The Queen's Castle is arguably the best location that they printed. I really love that location. So you're using Grammatala. Discard. Whammy. What you gonna do now? Play one jump ahead? Play Kita. Oh, no, you're inking Kita. So you play Montanui. And you play Popsicle. Okay. And another Queen's Castle. Wow. I think all day. Oh, whoa. Kit. We ink Kit. Play the castle. Quest. Pass. They're going to try to start ramping up ink. So we just need to try to ramp up lore, which we kind of just drew into pretty easily. So you're attacking? Okay. So you want your ink. I'll play Winnie the Pooh. It just doesn't make sense that you would have did that, though, friend. I don't know. It just doesn't really make that much sense. Now you gotta ink your Cinderella. Yeah, that was a weird one, friend. New friend of mine. That was just a weird one. Okay, we're gonna ink that. Like I said earlier, we're just gonna play another one. And they can choose to... They can choose to attack the Flynn Rider or not. I don't care. We're just so far ahead of them at this point. Just doesn't even matter. Alright. Yep. So you're going to take out both locations. Can you do it? What should I do? I feel like I should Madam Mim ink. Play Merlin. Draw. Neither of those together can kill one in a turn. So we go to the Queen's Castle. And then we pass. And then we got a good combo for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. And then play another Queen's Castle. We should be able to wrap it up in 2 turns. Yeah, this deck is just really fast. Really, really fast. It's hard for like a deck that needs to build momentum to deal with. Because it's like now also I've kind of forced you to start dealing with this second location. There's no way that you can do everything. So it also just does seem to appear that we drew exactly what we needed to draw. Well, and you had to... I feel sorry for you, man. You had to take this out, or you lost. Now you lost. Good games. Good games. Let's see if we can give another one. The mirror. I know you get to go first. Ideally, this is the dream, right? I'm just gonna get rid of that one uninkable. I think this is ideally like the perfect hand. Just to be completely honest. Because I'll ink it. You would normally think, oh, don't you want to draw? Yeah, but we have this on the back end. What we really want is this Rafiki to stand guard. Turn 1 play? No turn 1 play. Turn 1 play. Different green purple. Interesting. Ink that Merlin. I'll play Flynn Rider. You're definitely going to want to quest with Maleficent. You're probably not going to have any rush, so I'll quest with that. And here we go. Throw you for a loop, see what you want to do here. We have a lot of plays. We got this Merlin, Friends on the... Obviously what we want to do, wow. That was crazy. I feel like Kit needs to be saved for something better. So I feel like I need to force their hand for like a Kit or something. So I'll just quest with Flynn Rider. So now I'm controlling the board. They seem to not have a good hand, although I would imagine they have something. Kit? Madam Mim. Okay. I get it. You want to stop the bleeding. I get it. I 100% get it. So we're going to sing Friends on the other side. Draw 4 cards. Shazam. Too good. Just too good. Didn't get a 3-drop necessarily. Rafiki is a fair trade there. We could ink Yzma as a save of this Rafiki for later. We don't need to draw right now, but we would want to increase the quest. So we'll play the Queen's Castle and we'll pass. So having these two guys in the back end for later, especially with this combo, that's a lot of draw right there. I was talking and paying attention to what they quested. They played the Merlin. He's trying to catch up with lore to me, desperately. Drew another one. So it's just only bad if you just draw them back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Okay, so we'll move this Ursula here. We'll play this Rafiki. Move him here. I think we'll just ink the Cloud Kicker just because whatever. I don't feel like having Ursula knocked out, so we'll just do it that way so that we can ensure the 2-draw. Probably, we knew that was probably going to happen, and then the Madam Mim. Okay, so if we're not going to ensure the 2-draw, that's fine. Force that combo out though. That's A-okay with me. I get another turn with my 3-drop Ursula. You play a Cursed Merfolk and then Maleficent. Okay. And we get a Friends on the other side. Lucky, lucky, lucky. So we're going to sing that. Ursula, Ursula. Draw. Boom. Boom. And then that just goes straight to the bottom. Okay. So then again, that's that free trade, the 1-drop for 3-drop. The Fox is so good, but less good whenever something like that can trade for it. So I still need to ink this turn. So I'll probably ink this because these only have 1 health apiece. So one of them's gonna make me discard, so we'll do here to draw, get that Ursula, and then we'll do here so we can look at their hand. Okay, and they don't have anything to discard. But if they did have like a Friends or something like that, we could have stopped them. So we're in a really healthy position over our opponent. I mean, going first helps. Just for the sake of video, I don't want to do another mirror match. So I don't know if I'm gonna apply to a second. But you know, if we randomize into a mirror match, it is what it is on that. Okay. So I wonder if he drew a song or if he just played it just to play it. So we're gonna take that out, and then we'll take the Cursed Merfolk out, and we'll let this Merlin go. Bye bye Merlin. No big deal. No big deal. Because we will then play Yzma. And then we'll pop that Merlin back in. There. That is very nasty. Christopher Johnson. What are we gonna do here? I still have to ink? No. Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna be incredibly rude. I'm gonna play Trainer Box Followers. And this is why you play Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. We're gonna play Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo. We're gonna sing it. And we're gonna play Yzma. Wait, are we not gonna... That didn't... Oh, there we go. That's weird. It's a good thing I had two different targets. Alright. That was a lot. I have this massive hand. 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. 3 cards to 9 cards. And you do not have Whole New World. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'm really... Cool. Alright. Yeah, that was wild. Okie dokie. So... I think we'll ink this Ursula here. I think we will... I think we have to play our own goat to keep up for sure. And then I think we have to play this to see what you'll do. Yep, I like that. I like that. Tinkerbell. Sure, whatever. Okay. Oh, you're just gonna try to outquest me. I see. Okay. That is fair. She quests for 2. Alright. We'll hit you. Yes, sir. Alright. Then we'll ink this Ursula. Yup. So then we'll hit with Genie there, and then a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, the Genie there, and pass. Alright, and we should be able to surpass them and win now. Because they quit inking a long time ago also. And that was 1 more. Okay. So now what we do is ink this. So now we'll go ahead of them. 2, 4. Just play it. And then just play it. Quest. Quest. And that should be game. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yep. That was a good try, sir. That was a good game. That was a good game. Okay, here we go. Lots of purple, lots and lots of purple. I think have I gone first every match? Yeah, I don't really care if I go first or second. I just I got paired with the mirrors twice in a row. I didn't want to show the mirror over and over and over again. I think we'll leave with that Ursula. We just get rid of that one. And we got a goat. I'm not mad at that. Because I go first. Oh, no. I think a goat. And then we'll play a cursed merfolk. And we'll just put the pressure on immediately. Ink that Hercules. Okay. Ink Rafiki. Let's play Ursula. You gotta see that hand. Oh, this is a Titan deck. Pass. Okay. So I don't know bounce anything, so I'll just ink man like that. Quest for Cursed Merfolk for 2, and with Ursula for 1 to 5, and a pass. So now we got both goats and the Queen's Castle coming up soon. So, well, another Cursed Merfolk. Wow. Okay, so we'll just have to ink the goat. We have really no option. And the Queen's Castle, and then we'll ink. We'll quest for with Cursed Merfolk because there's no choice, no point not to. And then we'll quest with Ursula, and now we're at 8, near 0. Missing the first 2 turns against this deck is very, very not good. Now Lithos. Good news is you know, for them, I can't really compete with like that Lithos. If it were to give something resist too, but luckily I'm not even trying. So, because Lithos is out, it's probably better for me to play Madam Mim. So I'll move Ursula here. Ink Merlin. I'll quest with Ursula. I'll bounce the Ursula. And then I'll play Cursed Merfolk. And then I'll take out this guy before Lithos give him resist 2, and he can do a war crime or something like that. And then I'll pass. That way my Queen's Castle will allow me to get the 1 draw guaranteed. He played Pyros. I may do another match just because this one is gone so fast. But that is the nature of the aggro deck, right? This is what aggro is meant to do. And Shazam and surrender. Okay, so okay, green purple versus amber purple. Okay, so and I'm going second. We'll see what happens. I don't think I've done this race yet, so we'll see what happens. I know I have a little bit more bounce than they do, but they could be going fast. I don't know. This is going to be very interesting. Okay, I don't know that I need the Madam Mim, but I also don't. We are going to need the draw. I don't have. Ooh, I like the Curse Merfolk, though, but I don't want to lose on ink, so I'm just going to do those two. If I was going first, I would keep the Merfolk. End up getting another Fox anyway. Rafiki on Rafiki. That's fair. I'll ink the Ursula. And I'll play a Rafiki. I really don't like that I drew all of these. If I draw friends, I'm like right now, I'm gonna be very sad because I got rid of that Ursula. Okay. Drew another Ursula, so that's a sign. Don't get rid. That was definitely the wrong card. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I definitely meant to ink one of these. It's okay. You know what? It adds to the show. It adds to the show. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. I feel like a shifty boy or something is coming. Oh yeah, she's evasive. She's evasive. She's rude. Okay. Ink Merlin. Man. Okay. We just play Ursula. We'll act like we got something going on. There's really one behind. But on an aggro race, this really isn't that bad. Bam. Okay. Okay. So we'll end up hitting this right here. Quest. We'll bounce. Rafiki back. Take out Doc. Force this Rafiki to trade. And then we'll play Cursed Merfolk to help catch up. So Deadbeat's probably not expecting me to have to have 3 of the 4 foxes. I feel like that was really good. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm definitely getting rid of that next turn. That was definitely a good. That was definitely that was good though. That was good. Okay, so first off, we quest for 2. There you go. All right. Got that out of the way. Now, do we play another Cursed Merfolk? Yes. Do we ink the Queen's Castle? Yes. Do we play another Rafiki? Yes. And now I feel like we are set up for success. We stopped. And Mufasa got probably, I feel like, one of the better cards that he could have got to hit. Pongo, what does Pongo do again? Once per turn, you may pay 2 to reveal the top card of your deck. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what happens here then. Oh, the trade. That's fair. Yeah, if I would have had a song to play, I would have did it a long time ago though, so. Trade into that? Yeah, that's what I wanted. No Pongo. What are you going to do, Pongo? Nothing? Oh, you're going to put Pluto in the hand. I got you. You're not going to quest though? Just with Blue Fairy. Hmm. What do I want to do? I think because of the evasive, I have to ink the Madam Ma'am, play the Genie, bounce the Pongo, quest with the Rafiki and the Cursed Merfolk because they won't take out both, and then pass. I think that put a damper on my opponent's plan. Ah, I see. No. Better hope no. Okay, so I'll play this to draw. Man, did not get what I wanted. Did not get what I wanted. Ink that. And I will let's do a little race then. Because I had to because you could remove 3 damage. So I'm not a silly goose head. This is a good little battle, good little back and forth we're having here. Now you're like, now I got my bongo, I got my pongo. Like, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, now you can play your Pluto. Hey, now you can start your ramping and whatnot. Yeah, I feel you. This is good. This is good. This is fun stuff. Alright. Merlin. Draw. Damn castle. So we'll do 3 here, 2 here, draw, three there, whammy, and pass. Now you got to use your blue fairy or your silly goose head. Sorry to use harsh words. And now I'm going to outquest you because of the Queen's Castle. That's what I thought, girl. That's right. You can't play that bodyguard. That would be annoying. Okay. Can I get a mother knows best? Mother knows best. Mother knows best. Hubbada, 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 hubbada. Pinocchio, 99 puppy. That's cool. 1, 2, 3. Quest. Do your worst, friend. I am drawing. This is a good game. Bodyguard Pluto is pretty nifty. I think this Queen's Castle is probably going to win me the game. I think he's going to overlook it and then like attacking my characters. GG. Doesn't even matter, dude. GG. I appreciate the try. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh Lord have mercy. Mother knows best. Merlin. Bam. That was a good game. I kind of had to focus. Playing the Queen's Castle really saved me. This Merlin at the obviously saved me as well. That was a really, really good game. Really, really good game. And I think that was 3-0, and we're just gonna do 3 matches for tonight, and that was a good little showcasing, I think, of of that deck. You know, we went against purple steel. We went against the mirror, and then we went against another different type of aggro. So mirror aggro in a way, but not mirror as in purple and green. So I think it was a good showcasing. It's a really good combo deck. It's really fun to play, and it is really good against the meta right now, as you guys saw. So hope you guys liked it. See you later. Peace.